The female moth emits a perfume-like material which she draws the male moth to her to mate. It's called a pheromone. We use synthetic pheromones identical to what the moth produces. We blanket the area with the pheromone. It means the male and female moths can't find each other. If there's no mating, there's no population. We use two different tools to dispense the pheromone. The first is a twist tie. Think of a little twisty you use on your to close off your grocery bags in the produce section. This one's about 9 inches long. It's impregnated with a pheromone. We put this out by the ground at a rate of about 250 per acre. It's 30 to 40 per residence. We use this on small isolated infestations. These are infestations with only a few moths at least a mile and a half away from any generally infested area. We use a huge number of these little twist ties. There simply aren't enough in the world to use them over the entire infested area. We've calculated that for San Francisco alone, it would take something like 41 million twist ties. They don't exist. So this particular tool is limited to small areas that we can effectively use it in. The aerial application of the pheromone. This is done with an inert, what we call an inert carrier. It's a carrier that's impregnated with the pheromone. The pheromone evaporates from the carrier, blankets the area, and again keeps the moths from communicating so they can't get together and mate. We have several other tools we're looking at. One is what we're calling a stingless wasp. This is a tiny wasp that's smaller than the period at the end of the paper, which most of you are looking at. It makes its living by laying its eggs inside the light brown apple moth or any butterfly or moth egg. Its larva hatches and it eats the egg from the inside. Another tool that's pheromone-based will be mixing the pheromone with a carrier, primarily a clay, inert clay material, and mixing it with the insecticide permethrin. That's P-E-R-M-E-T-H-R-I-N. That is a synthetic pyrethroid insecticide. It is available for homeowner use over the counter. It's also used to impregnate clothing in tropics to help protect you from biting insects. It can be used in the home, hospitals, and restaurants. We'll be taking this mixture and applying it to street trees and telephone poles at a height of about 8 feet off the ground. We're putting on less than a teaspoon of this material at about 3,000 sites per square mile. The goal is to attract the male moths to the site. They'll crawl all over it looking for the female and get a lethal dose of the insecticide and die. The last tool, if we find large infestations of the larvae, we'll be considering ground sprays of the microbial insecticide Bacillus thuringiensis, better known as BT or dipel, another naturally occurring material. We will also consider the use of a material called spinosad or spinosad. It is a microbial byproduct that has insecticidal activities. The heaviest infestations are those with large numbers of moths over many contiguous square miles. You'll find those in Monterey, Santa Cruz, San Francisco, Alameda, Contra Costa, Marin, and San Mateo counties. We're here tonight again to take comments. We will accept comments on what needs to be considered in the environmental impact report until March 20th. We will include ecological and human risk assessments in the draft environmental impact report, which we expect to be available for public comment in the fall of this year. At that time, there will be additional public hearings to go over the environmental impact report. So this is not the end of meetings. There will be additional meetings and additional information coming out to you. If you wish to send anything in writing or by email, you may contact Mr. Jim Raines. One of the times I get to point to him and do this. You notice he's smiling while I'm doing it. At least I hope he is. There's emails up on the board. There are emails on all the information that's out there. If you don't know what else to do, just email. Go to the website at cdfa.ca.gov, and there's a way of getting information to us there. And one of the questions was, are we answering questions we're getting by email? The answer is yes. I spent the weekend answering a number of them, so we will, to the best of our ability, answer any questions you send in to us.
We're planting an organic vegetable garden. We're part of local groups like EcoSF, and we want to join San Francisco's Victory Gardens project, doing a permaculture design one-year certificate, and we want to have our kids play around in the dirt, but all that will be impossible if we're sprayed with pesticide, and we will stop that process. The chemicals in Checkmate have been linked to asthma, gene mutations, disruption of female hormones, and cancers. There's a history in our family of sinus infections, coughing, and things like that related to airborne particles, and we're concerned that the plastic capsules will exacerbate those symptoms. That Checkmate will disrupt female hormones, and that's a great concern to us if we want to conceive again, or we're also concerned that the mutagens in Checkmate could affect children born during this period. My wife works as a paramedic at night, so she is unable to protect herself against spraying if she is treating a patient outside during the spraying time. Obviously she'll be breastfeeding at this time, so any chemicals that she ingests will be passed on to the infant. Our 2-year-old son cannot stay indoors. It's just impossible to keep a toddler indoors. So he's going to come into contact with the chemicals. My understanding is that we've been instructed to spray, to hose down children's play areas, but we have no guarantee that the park will do that, or any of the public playgrounds will do that. So I'd like those kind of areas to be addressed. We're concerned the effects on pets. They'll have a high exposure to these chemicals. Also the permethrin, I just learned about that tonight, and I understand that's fatal to cats. We don't have a cat, but it is of concern. There may be an increase in calls to emergency services in San Francisco due to shortness of breath, and that will make those services less available to other people in San Francisco. I've done a lot of investigation on low levels of chemical exposure. They can cause unusual and seemingly unpredictable symptoms, including many that have been termed psychosomatic in the past. Of course, people many government agencies have rejected this, but there's a landmark study by Nicholas Ashford and Claudia Miller. It's available as a book on Amazon, and it details those. I'd like this agency to enumerate the risks of the spray in the light of the context of this report. We also believe that most of the problems of this spraying will occur many years after the spraying has occurred, and they'll show up as cancers and other problems. More than 3 million people will be sprayed, and we think the government should very carefully investigate the risks to the population's health in the long term from this spraying. We've heard credible reports of bird deaths in Monterey as a result of the spraying, and someone to catalogue the effect on other organisms such as indigenous moths and butterflies. And you told us that they're going to be exterminated with the release of in areas where the wasps will be released, and they're going to be critical parts of the food chain for some organisms. We'd like that to be investigated. Our family eats local organic food whenever possible. We go to a local food court called Other Avenues. We buy from local farmers through a food box. We want to reduce our carbon footprint and exposure to chemicals, but both of these will be impossible if local farms are sprayed with pesticide. And finally, we believe that we have a right under the Constitution of California, the state constitution, not to be sprayed by pesticide. Thank you very much.